All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back for another recap video. Today is the start of the week. Yesterday was you had off for Juneteenth, but today, Tuesday, June 21st, we are starting off the week. And actually, I had a pretty frustrating day, to say the least. Traded like 3, 6, 9 different stocks. I was pretty much all over the place. Finished the day down $36, which is pretty much the scratch day. There was some opportunity today, but I was a little bit gun shy earlier in the morning, and I think that probably had to do with some from Friday. I had a bigger loss, and then also early in the morning I took about back to back medium sized loss on SIDU, which then set me back, $130 pre-market, and then, spending some time trying to make that back. A little bit frustrating. You can see my intraday P&L, very just all over the place. Never got green. I know I started red, made some back, deeper in the red, made some back to where I was, and then finally at the end of the day, REV popped up and was able to make back most of that loss from down 160 to down 30. Really, it could have been a pretty decent green day today for all of the traders that I have that I have checked in on today. Did very well, so there's definitely opportunities. REV for sure. Then there's also some opportunity on CEAD, which I was watching as it was going up, but I just could not pull the trigger, and it was very, very frustrating because I called out the stock. I was like ready to trade it, and something in my head was just really stopping me from. It was like so much resistance from me just hitting the buy button. So let's go ahead and review these trades. SIDU right out of the gates. I should have known better here. First of all, there's a lot of upside resistance here, and I was looking for a break over $7, but it was extended off the 90 EMA on light volume, so that's a red flag right there. But I went ahead and took the trade, 250 shares, trying to get a pop through 7. But you see there's only 9,000, 3,000 shares. This is not, I shouldn't be trading this, but this, I don't know. I extended off the 90 EMA. I shouldn't have been dabbling with that, especially early in the morning. And that's like the one thing that I don't like is sitting down and then taking a loss and spending the rest of the morning trying to dig myself out. So this setup was not valid for me until it popped up here on higher volume, and then this is actual volume, that I can actually trade 50,000, 60,000 shares per 1 minute candle, and I was able to make back some of that loss there. But overall, this over here I was a little bit regretting. And then after that, no more opportunity. But I did try to get a breakout here for 724, but then closing it after it kind of rejected on this candle there. Then I traded ADN. ADN, one small move here. On this green candle, I tried buying for the break of 43 and then adding in a 46. Very small size. So I was looking to accumulate a larger position for the break at 346 and up to 35. I thought it had potential, after we had this nice move, but it didn't work out as I thought it would, and I took that one off for about a scratch. Then HCTI, traded this once. A lot of these tickers I just traded once. I went for the breakout and got actually a really beautiful trade. This was actually my best percent winner of the day. This one I made about 7.5% only on 100 shares. So if I did size in a little bit more, I was only in $167. So if I sized in maybe $500 or $1,000, I'd be up 50 or $100. But I didn't have the time to really size into this. I remember, as soon as it popped, it just flashed up to 180, and I just immediately sold at the top here, and I got really lucky on that fill. So BKSY was another one. I thought this one would be good. Here I went for a pre-market pop here, look for some continuation, but close it for break even. Consolidated, this is a larger float, so I was a little bit skeptical at first, but did pop up, and I was looking for, so I missed this whole, this is the breakout that I wanted to trade. This is the breakout of the pre-market high when the volume came in. So this candle here, as it's pushing up into 280, this is a full size. You want to be full size for the break of this 280 here with this huge volume coming in, 1.6 million shares in volume. I missed that, and then I went for a pullback here to the first pullback, 1,000 shares, and then got a nice pop. Closed it kind of early. But I remember I was up, $20, $30, $40 on this, and then I go for that pullback to the 9 EMA, looking for that recess to the 9 EMA, and then it just falls through the floor, and I take a $100 loss on that one. But I was in 1,500 shares, so it was a bigger share size. I was in maybe about 5,000 shares, 5.5 thousand shares. Sorry, $5.5 thousand. So $100 loss is like kind of like a 2% loss or so. I sold it pretty quick here, 74. Yeah, right down here. As it kind of fell through once it fell through 280, I had to stop out, no ifs, ands, or buts. And if I would have kept holding, I would have been down another 10 cents. So it was a good call on that one. SYM, I thought it would be good because it had some Walmart news. And it was a smaller float, so I thought with that big catalyst it would have a huge rip. And at the pre-market here, after it broke out of 24.17, we ripped up and like in an instant from $25 to $29. I literally watched the whole thing go. It was on lighter volume, so I thought we'd still have that kind of momentum to go up, back up to 29 and up to 30, and then another flash maybe up to 35 and 40. I thought it'd be a really quick move. So that's why this was the stock that I was focusing on at the open. I was able to get small green on it at here, and then I went for a dip at 26.90 right here, and then it just kept falling through, so I had to cut that for a loss. And then I was it for SYM. I thought this would really curl back up, but this candle here put the last nail in the coffin. CMRA. This had a nice pop. I was looking for the break. You could see on the 5-day the high is 530, 540. So I was looking for that break of 540 today, and we did get that break of 540, and I was able to capture some nice profit on it. Yeah, $63. So one of my bigger wins. So here the first pullback, and then kind of scalped the range up to 39, so 31 to 39 as it popped up, and then it pulled back, and I was looking for the break of back over 5.4, and so this is where I got in 543, and then taking some off at the break of 5.5, and then adding back, and then took some off all the way up into the 60s, which was a very nice trade. This was probably one of my better trades today. So I did have two decent trades, but they were on smaller size, and the ones that I did lose on were on bigger size, and so it kind of washed out to pretty much a scratch day today. Then we can go to did I go over CEAD? Yeah, we went over CEAD. Seed. This was the one that I was looking at. I saw it like curling up into the highs here. I should have started taking a position, but I thought it was extended. I thought we were going to see another bounce. But this is a beautiful percent move here. Huge percentage moves on CEAD. I could have made a lot on this one, and I was taking a couple scalps here and there, but I just could not get myself to hold longer than a minute on this. I don't know what was wrong. I mean, here I went for a breakout. So here I went for a 1 minute pullback, quick scalp, 2 cents. Here I went for this was a nice percent. I got 10 cents there. So that was a nice trade. I just wasn't on my share size. And then here we got a pullback. I was looking for another breakout, but then it kind of got stuffed into this level. So, okay, small loss. Here, pulled back, got like a panic dip buy, quick scalp there, break even trade there. And then, for the break of 184, got it for 185, 750 shares, but sold a little bit early there. Some of it for a 2-cent win, the rest of it for about a 7-cent win. So, I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, it's still 7% on that last share size, but I should have been in like 2,000 to 3,000 shares, and I could have been up. I could have been a $250 winner. So it's not like I didn't have a lot of good trades. I did have some good trades. They just weren't on nice size. And then it kind of grinded up kind of without me. But here it was a beautiful break of 2. I should have gotten back in for the break of 2, gotten aggressive, because that's psychological resistance in an uptrend. So probably could definitely broke, which it did. Went up much all the way up to 240. So I kind of could have kept scalping the pops. Retest back to the 9 EMA pop, then a pop over this candle, huge move there, and then a 1 minute pullback. Tests the 9 EMA and flashes and rips up. That's a nice trade right there. Then here was kind of like a choppy. I didn't trade any of that really. A couple scratches in here. I thought this candle would reclaim the 9 EMA. I thought we'd see that move back up to 249 to 250, but nope. Here's a backside scalp. Nothing to see there. So overall, I think that's everything. REV is the last one that I traded. Here at the open, I was looking for the break of the pre-market high, which we did get. But again, not in very big share size. Then here, kind of got chopped up a bit. I thought we would run, but I kept getting faked out. And but it did consolidate and then curled right back up on big volume. This was a nice move there, nice 10% move. I missed, we would consolidate, rip up, consolidate, rip up, consolidate, rip up. And that was it. I finally got the hang of it, right at power hour. And here I was able to capture a little bit, but again, not really too aggressive. 100 shares. I finally, was able to get big share size, but it's a very high entry. So there's a lot of risk there, and that's why I closed it for break even. Here again, another high entry, and these higher entries here, I get kind of nervous because it's a little bit off the 9 EMA, which is good. It's good that I was like a little bit cautious because those are the trades that I can take a bigger loss on. So it's good that I took smaller size. But these setups that are beautiful, like these curl back up after it rejected this level and then curled back up and reclaimed the 70s. Then I should be sizing in here 1,000 shares in the 70s, and for the break of 80, and then ride this candle up to 6. That's what I should have done. And then here during power hour, at one point before power hour, I was down $160. This point when I was down $160, I was really frustrated today. Just me not being able to have the confidence to swing when the setup was there, and then when the setup wasn't there, I was swinging and I was striking out, and it was just such like a very frustrating experience. And that happens a lot. Usually after have a big loss day or a big green day. On a big green day, it's very common to want to revisit those highs that you're experiencing for a big green day, and keep the high going. But then that comes with a big red day right after, because you're taking too much risk. And then after you take a big loss, it's very common for traders to be a little bit gun shy because they're afraid of that experience to happen again. And that's kind of what I was experiencing earlier in the morning. And it took me a couple hours to kind of work through that. I had to leave the trading desk, and kind of just like sit in a room, be quiet for a while, and then come back and try to trade again. And then, you know, I would leave, and then I would try to work it out, do some journaling or meditate or read or something, and then try to come back. And, you know, finally at Power Hour, I was able to start being a little bit more confident in my trades, not be so gun shy, and I was able to make back some of that loss that I was in all day. And I did a whole lot of scalping, as you can see here. I took a lot of trades here on REV, but overall was profitable. I was able to walk away green. But I was looking for a move again up to $7, but we didn't end up getting it. But this whole front side, I was kind of milking it on smaller size. And REV, I knew that had a history of ranging, so that's why I was taking these scalps. Not really holding, not really looking to hold for a huge move. I was looking kind of for mean reversion, so I'd add on the dips, like a panic dip buys. Here I got to fill here at 55, and then I'd sell in the 60s, and then I'd buy here on the dips, and then sell as it kind of reverted back to the 9 EMA. And this was like the history of the stock. It would consolidate and kind of just go sideways and have a little bit of a range trading. So that's what I was doing and applying towards Power Hour, and I was able to be pretty profitable on REV at the end of the day. But all in all, finishing the day down $36. Really nothing at the end of the day. So, you know, tomorrow I'm just focused on coming back fresh and being willing to put on risk. I can't forget that my job, I only get paid is if I am putting on risk. So I have to remember that, and I can't be gun shy when the setup happens. I gotta be ready to attack. And so that's what I'm focused on for tomorrow. I'm gonna get some rest. I'm gonna wake up, get a little bit of food in my belly, get my water and coffee, maybe do some jumping jacks to get the blood flowing. I'm gonna be ready. So hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Hope you guys finished green today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next day trading recap video. All right, peace.